Hey everybody, welcome back to Operations. So we got another ops session for you. It's a chit chat. Operations and chit chat. We got the yard crew coming by now. We're gonna stop here at the office real quick, and you see Tom hanging out on the front there, just doing nothing. All right. So this is just going to be your general run-of-the-mill ops session. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. We are building WTE's operations. All right, let me just pull this back in here, lift it up some. There we go. Focus. So it's WTE, which is the yard crew's job. They are half a mile or quarter mile from the yard on the west end. So we have to pick up in the yard the DLRX. You can see it right there to the left. The Penn Central, or we'll say X Penn Central, and the EAMX, which is a Hoyok Sullivan, or Sullivan Scrap Hoyok Mass, sorry. And then this is what we're picking up at WTE right here. There we go. Focus, Jay. So we got these three cars coming back. And we are also going to be having, I think before the yard crew leaves the yard to head west, we have Edbf coming back into the yard. So we're going to get we got enough time to get our cars and then, kind of sit tight for a minute. There you go. Alright, let me just move this forward a little bit. Like I said, this is just the general run-of-the-mills ops session. It's Monday, June 9th. So I'm just going to kind of like not do anything fancy, really, to say the least. I mean, I'm just going to kind of move this around. Get some different shots here. See how long we can go. So our first order of business, we got to make our way to track 2. We got 2 cars to pick up on track 2. I might take this off the tripod in a second. We're going to be going under the McClellan Farm Bridge. It's a good rail fanning spot where I usually go sometimes. Well, yeah. Usually that's the spot I hang out when I go. Alright, so I'm going to take this off the tripod. So stand by. Okay, so we are going to track number 2 to pick up. Like I said, there's 2 cars we're going to pick up. And then you can see that first one right there. Hoyok Scrap. Sullivan Scrap, sorry. I'm going to pick that guy up. Yep. Alright. There we go. Stand by. Alright, so we have, let me try to stop right there for a minute. I have the DLRX car I gotta grab. There we go. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 cars back. So we're gonna grab him first and pull out. I hope everybody's having a great, or had a great week by the time you watch this next weekend, which will be whenever. What's next week's date? Oh yeah, the 14th. My granddaughter's having a recital next Saturday, the 14th. So Mimi and Pepe get to go check that out. I look forward to that. Yeah, there's our car right there. Beautiful. So, yeah, I got a pretty decent week this week for weather-wise, as far as work goes. Spot him back there. I think I'm gonna try and go as close as we can, but not too close to follow the switch. You know what I mean? Slow it down. 20 feet, Jay. That'll do right there. It's not a curve, but we'll see. Need a little stretch. Just a little stretch. Yeah, that's good enough. That'll work. I can deal with that. Yeah, so it's, what did I say, June 9th. Early evening. Got the news on. And figured, you know what? I'm gonna take care of this ops. So I can at least have an ops session or a video for you guys next weekend, or, well, yeah, this weekend, however you want to look at it now, right? There's 1 out of 3 cars we got to pick up. I haven't done an ops session like this in a while either. I've been thinking about doing a live one too. Pretty soon, I think. I haven't done a live ops and I don't know, it's probably been a while. Something different, you know? I still have yet to do an update. I mean, I'm going to try and get one before this video comes out. By the time you watch it, you might have one out. I don't know, it might be after this video. A lot of work done though. The second level framework is pretty much all set. I was working on, that's good Jay right there. Perfect. Need a little stretch. I was working on drilling bus wire holes last night. And I have like, maybe like a 4-foot section to do left over, so I'm getting those done. I picked up some foam board. I actually picked up a 4-foot by 8-foot, 1-inch thick piece of foam board for the second level on the opposite side of the run here, and that was, it was like altogether it was $33.97. That's good, Jay. Boom. It's $33.97. Whereas before I did the little modular boards, the 2-foot by 2-foot. Come on, you can couple in there. Yeah, 2 by 2s or whatever. And they wanted $9.97 for 1 2 by 2 by inch thick. I was like, are you out of your freaking mind? So, needless to say, I went with the I went with the 4-foot by 8-foot. We gotta go to track number 3 now. Pick up the PC gondola. So yeah, you know, it's like I think about it now. It's like now that I have 2 trucks. Like if I had asked somebody, probably I'm sure I would have gotten the help I needed at the time. But then again, though, they were, if I remember correctly, like 5 years ago, the 2-foot by 2-foot were like $4.97. So they've gone up like $5 in like 5 years. So, anyways, saved myself like 30 something bucks because I needed a 2-foot by 12-foot section to fill up. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 6 panels at $10 a pop. No, thank you. All set. And this was at Home Depot too. So let's change the view here. Let's get a different angle. The Cleveland Farm Bridge. Let's move this guy back. Come on, buddy. There you go. Let's move it. Pull this car out. I should uncouple this now. Hold on. You get uncouple the car I need, right? I need to drag this whole train. Oh, these are not KDs. So I still have actually a bunch of scrap foam board I can use, and I'm gonna see what I could use, you know, for the leftovers, and whatever I can't use, I'll probably just end up scrapping. It all depends, though. I gotta figure out the rest of them. I gotta pull them out, see exactly what I have, what I can use. Maybe I can use a little bit for some terrain. You know what I mean? So this way, I'm not like just wasting all of it. I don't want to waste. Really, don't want to waste any of it. However, some of that foam board I've had for like probably 4 or 5 years anyway. So, and if it's taking up room, a little more, Jay, a little more. That'll do right there. If it's taking up too much room, then I'm just gonna, obviously condense things and just, if I don't use something for X amount of time, it's gotta go. So, what's up with these couplers? These are I do not think these are KD couplers. Come on, there you go. All right, there you go. Air hose. Psst. We'll put these guys back on track 3. So yeah, I'm excited. I mean, they've had some time here and there to work on the layout. And it's coming along. I'm making progress. The second level, God willing, will be up and running before the summer's up. Before fall cleanups come. I mean, I'll at least have track. Track in the industries and maybe some ballast on the track. So if I get a few hours in a week to work on the layout, that's it's perfect. 1 car J. I'll show you what I'm doing over there. There you go. 2 cars. Nope. No 2 cars. Stop. Good. Perfect. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to sit you guys down right here. I'm almost kind of like videoing like SoCal style. I know he puts his phone or his camera down sometimes, but so I figured I'd do something a little different. So we're going to pick up this car, and we got to shove down track number 6 or the yard run around to get out of the way of East Deerfield or Edbf or whatever, BFED coming back from their job duties. So we'll get out of their way. They can come into the yard on track 1. That's good right there. Boom. So I get to doing operations and, run some trains. That's what it's all about, right? All right, half a car, Jay. Half a car. 20 feet. That'll do. Perfect. All right, let's pull forward here so we can get onto track number 6. So I'm going to put you back on the tripod in a second. Alright, and stand by. Alright, so yard crew's shoving their setouts onto track 6 right now to get out of BFED's way, or EDBF. We'll say BFED, Bellows Falls, East Deerfield Yard. That is the returning train. Returning local, that went out. Alright, so let's get right about there, Jay. That'll work right there. Perfect. Alright, stand by. Alright, I hear them. They're coming in. Sweet. Little bell action there. A couple toots to the yard crew. Alright, so they're going to go on to track number 1. They have 5 cars coming in. Nice. A few box cars there. A couple, you get a bulkhead and a flat car. Half a bulkhead. Nice. I have no idea where they're going to be going, but I'm sure they're going somewhere. Sweet. Okay. All right, let's. The art crew's gonna start heading out. All right. They have clearance to move about. Onward to WTE. Setting out 3, picking up 3. Come on, I hit the button. There you go. Apparently I didn't push the button hard enough. What are you gonna do? All right, and they're off. Luckily they don't have far to go, so check out these cars cruising by. Got to do some weathering. Hopefully I get into some of that this year too. We'll see. Okay, so like I said, it wasn't that far. I'll put you back on the tripod for now. So this right here, I'll just give you a kind of a behind the scenes. You're not gonna, once the scenery's up, you're not gonna see any of this. Pretty much, it's just gonna be generally what you're looking at right here. So, you know, that's my goal anyways, to have some natural scenery put in. That's where I switch. So pretty much, once the train disappears, you know, that'll be that. You know, and I'm not too keen on this curved switch that you see in front of you right here. It's a little tight on the inside for some of these cars. However, might be just one of those things. Some cars are going to go on that track, and you know, the other cars will go on the broader or the outside track, you know, depending on the radiuses. So we'll see, you know, we'll see. Alright, that's good right there, Jay. Yeah, like I said, this is your general run-of-the-mill operations. Nothing too fancy. I'm going to use these 3 cars as a handle for right now. I think just all 3 of them are going on. We'll call this track number 1, the outside track. So this will be number 1. This will be number 2. All right, that's good, Jay. Bang! There you go. Great. Wow. Let's see if I got a hook. Looks like I did. Let's find out. Hey, look at that. Even on the curve. 1 in a million, right? Alright, so there's our first car we're picking up. Yeah, about a half a car, Jay, and that'll do. So like I said, I'm making progress on the layout, a little at a time, you know. Like working on the layout, doing some operations, getting some operations set up. 1 car, Jay. Half a car, Jay. I'm gonna stop right there for a second. All right, stand by for 1 second. Okay. 30 feet, Jay. Bring it in. And that'll do. Sweet. See if I got a good hook. Yeah, no. Doesn't look like it. It's close, though. Maybe. I might actually have it now. Let's see. Alright. Should probably put a bell on, too, huh? Too busy yip-yapping or chit-chatting. Alright, let's pull it out. Nice and easy. Okay, we got it. But I keep reminding myself, like my wife said to me back in the day, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, but I'm grateful for what I have up and running right now. I mean, I get to run trains, I get to do operations. You know, there's so much to do on a model railroad. You know, I almost thought about making myself a schedule. You know, I think Chris from Go Via or Go Home had. I remember seeing a video. He had some sort of schedule on his. Yeah, I might as well just pull you over here so you can. All right, that's good. That's good right there, Jay. He had some sort of schedule written down as far as, our timeline, you know what I mean, as far as what he was doing, and a rough date of when it would be finished, so on and so forth. So I think I just need to sit my butt down and do it, just write down everything I need to do that I can think of on the top of my head. It doesn't necessarily have to be in order, and just kind of like pick a day, oh yeah, I could do this. I could do this today or whatever, that type of thing. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm not worried about it. Just might be nice to have a little bit more organization, I guess. I'm all about being organized. Anyways, yeah, these guys are going on track 1. I'm surprised they actually came out, those cars, the last 2 cars came out pretty good. I'm happy with that. Oops, wrong button. Escape, there we go. Yeah, I'm using the NCE power cab. One more treat, there you go. Bring it in. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the framework's done. I got most of the holes drilled for the bus line. I have some LED lighting that I had on my last layout. I'm going to put on before I put the foam board, and then just take it from there. See if I need to get some more lighting for underneath, because you can see it's kind of dark under in that area. All right, bell Jay, turn your bell on. All right, you get about half a car, Jay, half a car. 20 feet. That'll do right there. That's good. That'll work. Perfect. Turn your bell off. There you go. Let's uncouple these bad boys. There we go. My wife is going to Florida on the 7th, from the 17th until the 23rd. So I'll have kind of like I'll have free reign of the house while she's gone. I get to pick her up at the airport though. So the day she comes back, it'll be kind of like it's probably gonna be like a half day of work for me, which is all good. Mondays really aren't that bad as long as it's not raining. So I'll pick her up and bring her home. She's going down to visit a friend, longtime friend, and she's going to the beach because she obviously likes the beach, which I'm hoping we get to go to the beach sometime too. Bang. Alright. Well, that pretty well, I actually hooked up. Cool. That wraps it up. So, I'm not going to bore you anymore. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, or a good day whenever you watch this. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit that like button. Drop a comment if you feel urged to do so. Let me know what you think of the operations, past operations. I got a ton of them, and I'm hoping to have some more coming at you shortly. I'm shooting for every weekend, but like I said, it's my busy time of the year. So, and I know there's a lot of people out there that this time of year is just like minimal videos. Totally understandable. SoCal Rick from SoCal was talking about that. So, it's that time of year. All right, everybody, take care. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Happy modeling. Real Fan Man, signing out.